Hey, hola familia. What's happening? Wanting to share with you this beautiful sunset. Yay. Here from Jamaica. Treasure Beach. La Isla del Tesoro. Very beautiful. Arriving from Peru. Deep immersion in Peru. And now here, just coming back to the presence of nature, wherever we're at, just being present. Feeling you all a lot. I've been disconnected a little bit from Facebook, going through a lot of changes, internal changes after deep journey in Peru. Oof, so many shifts, you guys. Oh my God. It's just going so deep inside and, just surrendering to the process. Surrendering to the process. Yay. And that's one of my insights has been like the flowing presence. How important it is to be so present in our lives, but keep flowing. Really listening to ourselves and listening to that message that comes from inside, right? Yay. El mensaje del corazón. The message from the heart, right? That connection we all have. It's now called by this beautiful sunset here, just getting to Treasure Beach in Jamaica. Sending you love from here. Sending you the loving, flowing presence. Hola, hola, hola. Corazones, corazones lindos. Beautiful hearts, lovings, sharings from the heart. Just the importance of community, right? Of remembering we're there for each other. Wherever we're at, we're in flowing presence. Feeling each other, Whoever you're connected with, it's so beautiful to open space, to let those people in, those energies in, and feel the connection that's always there, And from that connection, feeling like all human beings have that connection from the heart, right? So, yay, coming up the hill. Yay, look. Yes, just reminding us of no attachment, right? Every sunset you let go. Every sunrise you open up to the infinite possibilities, right? That's such a gift when you appreciate it and love it and flow with it. It's such a gift to know that presence is always flowing and there's no attachment. You're not really waiting for anybody. You're not waiting for anything. There's nothing outside really to achieve. It's all being achieved already. And you're just flowing with whatever is the next step. And the next step is always the best. It's always aligned. It's always in tune with your truth, with what feels right, beyond what should be or what needed to be, right? That attachment of needed to be in a certain way, and letting go of that and saying yes. Yes to the moment. Yes to the presence. To the presence, right? The fragrance of the present. The presence. Sí. Saying yes constantly, that's the flowing presence of yes to wherever you're at, saying yes, this is what is. I accept this reality and I vibrate in the highest way I can vibrate. without getting lost of how things should be or how things needed to be, because our mind thought they had to be in one way. And since the mind is attached to a certain structure, which is great in certain moments, but when it gets too attached, then we get lost in the illusion of the present moment wanting to be different than what is, right? Yes, 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 yes. That's how it is. And then the freedom is when like you're not attached really to whatever's happening, because you're so tuned into the present moment wherever you're at that it's flowing for you. And the whole universe synchronizes for you. And you feel connected and you feel part of, and you feel this cell doing its purpose in perfect harmony with the rest of the cells. There's no comparison, because you're a cell of the heart or you're a cell of the skin. It doesn't matter. It's your purpose being fulfilled. There's nothing you really have to do more than be who you are. Be that unique presence, that gift that you have inside. So stopping to trying to imitate or be something you're not, just accepting who you are. And flowing in the divine cosmic dance that's always there for us to flow through us. So it's not even more you dancing. The dance happens through you. The dance moves through you. The dance is you. There's nobody singing. The song comes through you. There's nobody writing. It's just the story of life being written through your hands, through your voice, told as a story, through your movement, through your breaths, through your sound, through life. Letting it be. That's the divine flow, right? The presence, that's all one. All one. All manifestations of the individuality from universality, and just letting it be melted into the no sense, no rationality. The magic can't really be explained. It is what it is, and the heart understands, the soul knows, but the mind can question, and the mind needs scientific explanations, which sometimes are great, but sometimes doesn't really matter, because you know. There's nothing to question. There's nothing even to have faith for. Faith is even something superficial, because there's nothing to have faith for. You know, it's not, you're having faith in something you don't know. That's part of the illusion, because you know. It's not, you don't need to have faith. Faith is already in you. That's your truth. You know who you are. You know why you're here. You can see the perfect synchronicity, even if your mind doubts and you feel you're not in the right place and you're not feeling the best you could feel and you're not with the right person or the right family or community right now. Whatever the mind says doesn't matter, because you are. You're living exactly what you need to live right now. And the more you appreciate what you're living right now, the more you will learn from the now and upgrade yourself into whatever your soul is calling. The frequency your soul is calling right now. Right? And truth sounds good. It is or it isn't. It's simple. Oh, yeah, I don't resonate with that? Okay, cool. What do you resonate with? Then let that get in. And let that in. And let that awaken. And let that be through you. Let that message be through you. Don't get on the way anymore. It's enough, right? It's enough fighting. It's enough going against. Why? Just flow. And sometimes, of course, we feel fear. Of course, we feel lost. Of course, the mind can't explain. But that's the magic of uncertainty, when you don't know. The mind doesn't know. The soul knows. Right? Gracias. Gracias. Yes, thank you for the reminder. El recordatorio. Yeah? Reminding from the heart. Remembering together who we are. Remembering together. No matter our doubts, no matter our negative emotions that come and go, and we're just calling them negative because all of a sudden they taught us it's not good to feel certain things. You have to be happy, right? Or you have to be successful, or you have to be accepted to be in peace and love, and everybody loves that part of you. So that's the only part you want to see in you, you know? And it's okay, that's part of the whole game of the ego, but that's not true. Anger is welcome. Sadness is welcome. All the emotions are welcome because we know we're not the emotions. So yeah, let's play the game a little bit. Just don't get lost into drama, but let emotion be. Because emotion is energy in motion. And the more you let it be, the more human you will feel. The more human you will feel, the more godlike you will feel. Because that's the way how we embody really divine presence, divine energy, source energy, yeah, loving energy, embodied through our temple, through who we are in this third dimension. Yes, this manifestation of the consciousness in this beautiful, amazing third dimension. Yes, yes, yes. Sí, corazón. Corazón vibrando. Corazón precioso. Corazón divino. Breathing through the heart, right? Whoa, how powerful. Just being present and accepting the flowing presence all the time. You washing dishes? Be present. And let that flow, that pulsation, that universal pulsation that's constantly happening through you, no matter where you're at, no matter who you're with. Yes, it's true, it depends a lot on the environment you live in, but you also create the environment you live in. And if you start resonating high, and you have that energy coming through, people around you naturally, or they will reject you and go away and say, oh my God, that's crazy, or that's too much, right? Or judge you and criticize you. But separate from you. Or they will come with you and say, yes, I love this vibe, this feels good. You know what? I want to be part of the team. Let's do this together, right? And that's how we find community. That's how we connect. That's how we accept the gift of being together, the gift of sharing, the gift of letting it be through you, and seeing is the same puzzle, just different pieces of the puzzle happening together. And when you let go of that self, let go of that expectation of how it has to be, the puzzle happens naturally. And you find the right pieces and they all fit together. Right? It's the synchronicity of life happening through you. And for this, we just surrender, we let go, and we say, all right, divine energy, all right, source, I'm with you, I follow, I obey, yeah, with love and surrender, I obey, and I choose the highest vibration, because I know who I am, and I am in flowing presence all the time. So are you. That's why we're connected right now. Connected from different parts of the world, right? Yes, Kurt, exactly. We need the negative emotions to grow and transform. Yeah, brother, right? Peruvian style. Oh my God, so deep. How can we really accept whatever is coming through and stop judging it? It doesn't matter how many years you've been in spiritual stuff, you know? And sometimes I hear that from people like, oh my God, so many years, this is not possible, I'm still feeling this or that. And it's like, yeah, you will always feel that. What you do with it is what changes. But that energy is always going to flow through you. Thanks God and Goddess, right? That is flowing all the time. You know, that's the why we're humans. We're here to live those emotions and to use them as alchemy and transform them. Yeah, from lead into gold, right? That's the alchemist. That's the role. When we awaken and when we accept who we really are, because we are the alchemist already. We are the healer, we are the shaman already. That guru that we've been looking outside is accepting it's inside. And it's always been inside, there's just clouds around the sun, right? When you accept it and say, okay, let me breathe into that. Coming back to universal pulsation we were talking about before, that's that quality of the star, that when you inhale, you're opening that inner brightness, that inner star is shining. And when you're exhaling, that it's exploding, it's expanding into the universe. Yes, letting your star being be, letting your star light be. Letting the light that is generated inside of you be. Just let it be, because you are. Oh, yes. This is the beauty of nature that inspires us together, right? So you're here with me, just so you know. You're here with me. Thank you, Megan. Megan, yeah, I love you. You're also inspiring to me too. I'm back. Deep immersion in Peru, as I was telling you guys, going into a lot of stuff. So beautiful, like really how beautiful it is to surrender to your process, and say like, yeah, I'm still full of shit, and I want to transform it, and it comes up, like family stuff, like ancestral stuff, other life stuff coming through, stuff, whatever it is, stuff, but not identifying with it, right? Not getting lost, not wanting to be different than what it is, and letting it out, and we were using plant medicine, like sacred plant medicine with the most amazing teachers, healers, shamans from the jungle. And it just takes you to this safe place when you open up and you just see so much. There's no ego defending itself. That's what happens when you go deep into this process of transformation. It's like 20 years of psychotherapy, like boom, in one night sometimes, in one morning, depending on what kind of plant medicine you're using. But it helps you to elevate to those vibrations or those levels where you can see so much beyond than what you can see normally in this third dimension, right? It's very beautiful, but very, very deep and challenging because you're faced with the shadows, right? With those parts that maybe you knew even that existed, but oh my God, you see the roots of it, You see family stuff like long ago, you see stuff with yourself you haven't seen, with your inner child, like, oh my God, it's so beautiful to open up, right? And this can happen anywhere. It can happen with breath. It can happen in a beautiful beach like this. You don't really need something external like plant medicine. It helps, but you don't need it. You can just be present. That's what's the most important. Be present and always question like, why am I feeling this? Why is this anger coming into my life? Why is this anger trying to tell me right now? I opened up to that. And when you open up to that, you receive the teaching of that anger, why that anger is with you, instead of denying it or trying to fake it and put another face, because people don't accept anger, right? So we're used to not living these emotions, as we were saying before. But when you go deep into it and you accept, there's a whole unconscious stuff that we're carrying, and it's just being expressed through these emotions, through the thoughts that we sometimes don't like too, and we're like, oh my God, I want to cut my head. This is too much. Why? I'm gonna go crazy, right? We've all had those kind of things, and meditation tells you, no, you gotta be silent in your mind, and that's what meditations is, and many people kind of don't do it anymore because they're like, I'm just not good for meditating. It's just not for me, but because it's been taught in a way that goes away from your natural state. Because your natural state is meditation. Like when you're present, you are meditating. You don't need to close your eyes and be non-thinking. Meditation is just being present, right? Being present with whatever you're doing. And that's the flowing presence we're talking about. That can happen anywhere and anyhow. It's the beauty of transformation, right? So always letting that energy flow through and let go of whatever is holding us back. That's what I feel was so important for me to let go of whatever was holding me back in so many levels. That I'll be sharing with you a lot. But it has to do a lot with like sacred masculine and how embodying sacred masculine is kind of, it's kind of whoa, my God, it's hard to be a man. That's all I can say, That's all I want to share too. That sometimes it's hard to be a man because you're expected to be a certain way and to take care of and to be strong, and you're not allowed to feel certain things, and stuff that it's still in our body. It's still like in our DNA we carry still, So just being in the body of a man, it's like it's challenging, And the men know what I'm talking about, my brothers. And sisters, know that it's sometimes hard to be a man, that's why we are many times the way we are, and that's why we react in certain ways, and that's why we cover ourselves and try to be strong and you know, put all this muscle in and get all this like material stuff too, to try to fill in this emptiness that as man we feel, you know, and we try to cover it in many ways. And those ways, I know for you girls, sometimes you can feel us. You can feel we're not connected with our core. We're not connected with who we really are. And you know, like many times we're doing the best we can. It's kind of hard. It's kind of, you know, it's a little confusing with the structure of society of what man should be, you know. So we're finding our own inner man, our own inner masculinity in a natural way, you know, helping each other, reflecting it to each other, and understanding what is really like sacred masculinity, and how can you play the feminine role too without getting lost in going too much, you know, into the hard thing, yeah, and losing that masculinity, which was also happening to me. And that was part of what I was seeing in all this transformation and alchemy, was like, yeah, I love, you know, I love, but it can sometimes be too much feminine energy for the guys, you know, that we're also like deep into like the spiritual stuff and tantra and philosophy and opening the heart and the consciousness and all these things, which are amazing, of course, that's always happening. But as men, we lose that connection to that masculinity, and I see myself there. It's been part of my journey. So beautiful to see it, right? And to let it melt and let it always go beyond whatever we see in us. Always go beyond. There's always more. And there's nothing to be afraid of what comes up or not. There's always more. And there will always be more. That's the beauty of life. So letting life flow through us, letting life work through us, and accepting more and more that center, that balance between masculine and feminine, right? Both energies balanced in love, making love, the whole universe, making love inside of us, vibrating inside of us as love, yes, becoming that. We already are that, letting it be, letting love be through us. And the masculine, feminine make love in our temple. And that's the way how we attract also beings that vibrate in the same way, that are whole too. And that vibrate like you are vibrating in that moment by being that integral being. You're not that half orange, you know, looking for the other half. Yeah, that's a fake thing that we have deep in our DNA too, you know. Yeah, find your twin soul and your twin flame and, you know, your soulmate. And yeah, it's true, there's many soulmates. And of course, but it all comes from the resonance, from the vibration that you are whole already. That you are already embodied that masculine and feminine energy. And that's what attracts somebody that has also embodied that. So you're not feeling in the blanks. You're not feeling in the emptiness. It's just happening at the same vibration and co-creating a new vibration, a third being together. That's the crystal, that's the heart, that's connected in these beautiful sacred relationships. And I could keep talking for hours. Thank you for just being there, you know, just being there for this download of energy, of love, of beauty. Thank you for witnessing that and you know, sharing this sacred space right now at whatever time of the day or the night you see it. You're with me, you're with us. We're all vibrating together, right? Wherever we're at. It's really all an illusion. So let's breathe together. No time or space, just breathing together. Breathing in love, breathing out compassion to all beings. Breathing in the love. Exhaling compassion to all beings. Peace to all, peace to your families, peace to your communities. Thank you for doing the work you're doing, whatever you're doing right now in life, whatever. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for letting it be through you. Thank you for opening yourself to be a channel of this energy that's coming through stronger and stronger. Let it flow through you. We need a lot of you. So just be you. Love you so much. Mwah.